Okay. Hello, everybody. Laura McGee. I'm coming to you with some novice hiking tips, okay? So, right now, it's like all the thing. Everybody thinks it's really cool to head out into the wild blue yonder and walk around for a long time. Okay. Well, first, I want to say thanks if you're checking in. And if you have any interest in hiking, I love it. I don't love everything about it, and I'm going to share that with you. So thanks for sharing your time with me. And if you have any questions when we're done, message me, hit me up. I'll be happy to answer them. If I don't know the answer, I'll ask someone that does. So, hey Kay, hey Laurie, Kathy, how is everybody? All right, okay, so first, what I want to discuss is why I like to hike, all right? Well, why I like hiking is because I hate running. And I'm a big girl and I need to exercise. Okay, so running, there is no golden nugget at the end for me, right? You're just running and you got to push yourself to get to some goal. And there's no view, there's just sweat and pain. And I don't have it in me to like push through that, okay? So running's not my thing. I don't get it. Some people love it and that is fabulous. But hiking, I can push through the suck. And believe me, there is suckage. I can push through the suck because there is a nugget. There are things and there are places on this great green earth that you can only get there with your feet. Now, you can see them from a helicopter or a plane flying over, but you know how they say the view from the top is the best? That's true. Now, maybe a different kind of view than they're talking about, but I'm telling you, for me, that view at the top is worth the climb. So I'll push through. If the person in front of me can get there, dadgummit, I can make it. And lots of times I'll go beyond the person that's with me because I want to see what's at the top. I can take that picture and I have proof and I can carry that back with me. So that's why I like hiking. It's good for me. It's exercise, and it's exercise disguised as adventure. So it's a bonus. All right. Well, so maybe you're thinking about going on a lovely hike. I encourage it. Good fresh air, go for it. But where do you start? Okay. Well, let me tell you some things. You're gonna want to first get you some shoes. These little running kicks I got on, they don't cut it for a real hike. First, the grip isn't appropriate, and they're too flimsy. Even if you go for the new, like I've had more than one pair, trust me. I started with a really hard, let me go over here and grab these, leather pair, and they served me well. That's what I started hiking in. I did all of our pre-hikes before we went to the Grand Canyon. I wore them in Scotland and they served me well. But they were not soft shoes. So feet they were tired. There's some tenderness on the feet. Hey Greg, happy birthday, man. Glad to see you here. Woo! All right, so my second investment were Hoka Trail Runners, and nothing compares to these as far as the cushion, in my opinion. The very first time I went in these shoes, now these are trail shoes, so they have, mine are worn down because I've worn them a lot, but they have the grips that you need for hiking. All right, but the first time I wore these, we did, I think it looks like an 8-mile hike. Not a terrible hike. It wasn't like really difficult terrain, but it was the first hike we'd done in a while, and 8 miles is 8 miles, okay? So feet felt fabulous when we were done. There was no tenderness, so I loved these. They're lightweight, which makes a difference when you're hiking. The only downside I would say is that the grips did wear a little faster. My other grips on my original shoes are still great, and these are a little worn. But if you're not going to be logging a lot of miles, I loved these. Now, I did just upgrade because I've been having some ankle issues. I am previously broken, so I step a little more careful, but I just invested in some Anus. Now, these are now, I think, owned by Teva, but they have the good hiking soles. And from my experience this weekend, this heel, can you see this? It's got a really good bounce in the heel, but they do run a little narrow, so you want to size up. Getting shoes that are roomy in the toe box is important because the longer that you're hiking, your feet tend to swell and you want room for them to move around. Let me come in here. Yes! Yes! Dan, I love them. Pairs of those. Charlotte! Okay. All right. Well, see, you're going to get some more use out of them when you're in Park City. All right. The second reason I upgraded to some ankle support is because I don't know what I did to it, but I've been having trouble out of my injured foot for some time now, and I just felt a little more secure with the added ankle support. So go and try them on. Make sure you have plenty of room because usually you're going to be wearing thick socks. Wool socks are important, and you want room for those toes to wiggle. You don't have to have the most expensive pair of hiking shoes in the world, and that is my tip for all of your original equipment, okay? There is some really expensive hiking equipment out there. Don't get that firsthand, okay? The reason is you're going to go out there the first time, potentially decide that you hate it, okay? Because it's hot, it's sweaty. And if it's not hot and sweaty, then you're cold. So then you're going to be stuck with all this expensive gear that I'm going to buy secondhand and get at a budget. Yay me! So there are a lot of options out there that aren't extremely expensive, but they're a good place to start. So next, we'll move on to picking a pack. Now, if you're brand new to hiking, I really suggest just some little day hikes. A nice walk in the woods. And for that, just a simple little day pack. It doesn't have to be expensive. You just want your straps, some hip straps, place for a water bladder, some snacks. Hydration is very important. And it's lightweight. These don't matter that much. You're not going to be carrying enough weight in them that it's going to make much of a difference. So just a nice little day pack is the perfect place to start. I don't want you to go out there and think you're Wonder Woman or Wonder Man, whatever the case may be, and start on a really long hike, because once you get in there, you're either stuck or you got to come in and walk out. And it's not like walking on the street or on a walking trail, that sort of thing. Usually the terrain is pretty rugged. And it's hard. It's hard on your knees, it's hard on your ankles, it's hard on your back. So you either have to embrace the suck and keep going, or just stop. And then what do? Somebody gonna carry you out? So anyway, start slow, start short, and see how you like it, and then move up. Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, there are two kinds of packs. They do make female specific packs, and I suggest those, especially if you're like me and you got the curves. And the reason is there's not a major difference, but there is some difference in the way the straps are cut. There's a little more S curve to the shoulder straps, so they just fit the woman's body a little better. Entirely up to you. You may be nice and lean and work fine with the unisex pack. For women, I suggest just starting with like a 40-liter pack. That is plenty big starting out. You know, maybe you're going to ease into the multi-day hikes, but just a nice overnight pack 40 liter is great. Also, you absolutely do want, let me grab my pack here. Okay. This is important, okay? You guys see this? You want one that is adjustable in the torso. And the reason is, all our bodies are different. I'm not really a short woman, but I have the shortest little legs and a really long torso. So just a standard pack that's not adjustable doesn't really fit my body very well. So if you have the adjustable torso, then you can make it fit what works for you. So whatever pack you choose, make sure it has the adjustable torso. You also want some padded hip straps, because that's really where you're going to be carrying your weight, is on your hips. Even though it says backpack, you carry it with your legs. So those are my first suggestions. I don't really have a lot in here. I have a few things left from our hike this weekend, and I actually put a pillow in there for some volume. So next, one other little tip too. This, your walking stick. You know, again, you don't have to go high dollar. Just start out with a nice little walking stick. You won't believe how much this will help you when you're climbing over rocks and scrabbling and just coming down. I'm actually better up than I am going down. So anyway, this is perfect. It gives you a little extra stability and just one more little leg to stand on. Ha, okay. So, and they're adjustable. Some people use the nice wooden stick. I just like this one because it's got the strap and I can attach it on my backpack when it's nice and level. All right, so you have your shoes, you've picked your pack, you've got your stick. Well, how the heck do you wear it? That's what we're gonna cover today. All right, your comfort on the trail really depends on how you wear your pack. First, you will start with all your straps loose. They're all nice and loose, and usually when you purchase it, they're probably all cinched up. So just loosen everything, and then you're just gonna go ahead and slip into the most beautiful accessory that you have ever seen. Hiking is not sexy. Okay, now you're in here. The first thing you want to do is find your hip bones, male, female, whatever. Find those hip bones, okay? And that's where you're going to cinch your hip straps. See, we're gonna put those on and pull them nice. And this one doesn't want to go. Snug. Why do things never work on live, do they? Anyway, all right. So just a little snug. I'll probably tighten that a bit. Next, see how we're sitting here? It's on my hip bones. Then you're gonna cinch your shoulder straps all the way down, okay? Next, see this one here? It's your chest strap. You're gonna hook it. You want it, it's usually they're kind of adjustable, and you want it about 3 finger widths from your collar right in here. And you will, where's my snug, tighten it in. You don't want it cinched all the way in. You just want it pulled a little taut just to keep your shoulder straps from sliding back. Next, okay. Now you're in your pack. Can you see this little strap here? Okay, you're gonna pull these in. You want like a nice about a 45-degree angle on those. Let me see over here. Where is it? My thing's in the way. Did it go too loose? There she blows. All right. So again, you want it like about a 45-degree angle there, and that's gonna pull your weight in snug to your body. so that it's good and balanced. Okay, now, here's the last little trick, okay? You want to take these and loosen them just a little so that that pack settles down on your hips. So it transfers it all the way back. Now, if you put this on, you see how these are nice and kind of contoured to my shoulder? Actually, I'm making it go down a little, but anyway, if you put it on and you have like a lot, let me hunch down so you can see how like there's a lot of space under there, then your torso is too long. You want to adjust it so that the torso length is a little shorter, okay? Because you want these shoulder straps to fit along the contour of your shoulders, okay? Last and final tip, okay? When you're hiking with a full pack, it's going to feel really heavy, and you are going to be inclined to like hunch forward with the weight and hunch in. Trudge, don't do that. You want to stand as straight as you can so that it is resting on your hips and shoulders back. Hunching forward is going to create shoulder fatigue really quickly, and if you'll keep your shoulders back, it's going to open that chest wall, and you're able to breathe much easier. And oxygen is important when you're hiking, okay? You need to breathe, people. So anyway, those are my tips. You want to stand up straight, shoulders back, and enjoy your walk. Anything else, like I'll be covering some other things in the series. We're going to talk about what to pack, what not to pack. And some other tips. I'll give you some clues of some places that we have hiked and have enjoyed. We're going to talk potty rules for the woods, all kinds of wonderful things. There are lots of night sounds that I don't enjoy, and we'll talk about those at a later date. But for today, you learned how to wear your pack, what to buy, and how to start out. So I hope that you got some good information. If you know somebody that is looking at starting hiking, or, you know, you like it, what else? If you got any questions, just ask me. I'll be happy to respond. I hope you got some value. And I thank you for joining me. Everyone, Selena, hello. Okay, Charlotte, down is so much harder. Yes, down is absolutely so much harder. I am a slow going down. It's just a slow roll for me on the rocks. Okay, anyway, thanks guys. Y'all have a wonderful night. And remember, if you pack it in, pack it out, keep it green, and keep it clean. Love you guys. Have a good night.